Michelle Green, the Director of Membership for the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today for our Member Spotlight, sponsored by LJG Events. And our Member Spotlight today is with Josh Lieberman from Restore Hyper Wellness. Hi, Josh.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
So tell us about Restore Hyper Wellness.
So Restore Hyper Wellness, it's a unique space.
Okay.
It really tries to look at proactive wellness. We look at wellness as a whole, so holistic, right? That can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. We take it all into account, and we look to promote longevity, promote quality of life. We look to use natural and holistic type of therapies, some of which can be used like cold therapy or heat therapy, specific techniques like cryotherapy specific, or red light therapy, or some infrared sauna therapy. So we utilize a customization of our therapies to help promote certain positive results, like anti-inflammatories or pain management or stress management, helping you sleep. So there's a lot of great avenues we can go.
Cover a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
But it's guided.
Okay.
And so it's nice. So it's guided care in that we offer nurse practitioners. You can sit down and speak to one. You can set up an appointment. They'll ask you a lot of questions around your health history. What have you done in the past? How do you feel? And we'll curate a specific plan through the therapies that we offer, whether it's looking to leverage a bunch or leverage just a few, depending on what's going on, and you're getting expert advice, which is really, really cool.
That's amazing. So walk me through someone who's never been there before. If they walk in, what does that journey look like for them?
Perfect. So one, we start everything with a consultation.
Okay.
And we put you with the right person. So depending on what your goals are, you might see our medical esthetician, right? You might see our nurse practitioner. You might see one of our what we call hyper wellness liaisons, or hyper wellness representatives. And depending on what your goals are, right, we kind of let you have that one-on-one time to curate the best type of recommendation.
Okay.
So like, for example, if someone comes in and says, I want to manage my arthritis, right? I'm getting older, got some joint pain, I can't necessarily do the pickleball or golf that I'd like to do, or I don't sleep as well because it's bothering me at night. What can I do? And we would set you up and say, okay, well, how often does it bother you, right? If we can make it better, how much would that affect you, right? What types of activities are you trying to make sure you can do more of? And how quickly do you want to see a result? How much time do you have ultimately to put towards this? And with all that information, we're going to make some recommendations. We're going to say, hey, our cryotherapy, our red light therapy are going to be your two most important therapies. And then, once a month, I want you to see my nurse practitioner and do something like an IV hydration, or getting something in there where we can promote your antioxidant levels, promote your immune system response, help to manage your inflammation through a micronutrient versus like a cold therapy, where it helps to reduce inflammation through a different method.
Okay. So now that was the IV therapy that you just spoke about. The cold method, is that the cryotherapy?
That's the
So
cryotherapy.
Explain that a little bit more. I actually have experienced it before.
Nice.
I was out in LA.
Okay.
That's such an LA thing to do. So I did experience it out there, and I absolutely loved it. But tell our viewers what that's.
It is.
Yes.
So I know it sounds scary.
It's a little intimidating, not gonna lie, but it's worth trying for sure.
It is worth trying. I feel that it's not as cold as it says it is, right? Although we can expose you to certain temperatures, it doesn't feel that way. But the idea being is it puts your body into a fight or flight, right? It triggers let's call it the survival response. And that's gonna increase your heart rate, it's gonna increase your metabolism, it's gonna help to promote your immune system, and it's gonna give you an anti-inflammatory effect.
Okay.
Anti-inflammatory and a lot of energy.
I love it.
So it helps with the fatigue, it helps with the anti-inflammatory, all within 2.5 to 3 minutes.
It doesn't take long. So it's
short-lived.
I like it.
And it's potent,
yes,
which is nice.
I like that. Okay, so quickly tell us about the red light therapy, real quick.
So red light therapy is all about cellular rejuvenation.
Okay.
So it targets the mitochondria, which is in every one of our cells. And moving back to middle school biology, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So without those, we have no energy, right? And if we can stimulate their rejuvenation process, just utilizing some light, which are these two panels that you'll stand in between. It's about 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's warm versus cold, so it's easier to do.
Okay.
But ultimately, it's working at the cellular level to help promote healing and anti-inflammatory and actually pain relief.
I love that. So thank you for breaking all of that down. You see the red light therapy, it's pretty, popular these days, so it really does work.
It really does work.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's FDA approved, to say what I said. It's a medical grade unit, and so it's a very powerful one of our therapies.
That sounds good. Tell us real quick, you have a couple locations here. Where are they?
We do. We have one in Bluffton, so one on Buckwalter Parkway.
Okay.
And then we do have one on the island, right kind of across from Palmetto Dunes.
Okay.
And if you're ever traveling to Charleston, we do have locations in Charleston
Fabulous.
as well. Restore is all around the country.
All right.
So it is a national brand, and it's very easy to go from one to the next if you're a member.
Great. Well, congratulations on the new location.
Thank
We're
you.
happy to have you be part of the chamber.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate that support as well. How do they get a hold of you?
How do I get a hold of us? You can download our app, Restore Hyper Wellness.
Nice.
Download the app, find a location near you.
Okay.
You can look on our Instagram pages, you can find us on Facebook, you can look to the website, restore.com, go on locations, find our location, find a phone number, and just make an appointment, ask for a consultation. They're free of charge.
That's great. Well, thank you again for being here with us and for the lessons learned. I really appreciate it. I needed that lesson. Thank you for joining us for our Member Spotlight. And again, it's sponsored by LJG Events. I'm Michelle with the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce.